my business is an indoor imaginative play space birthday party venue. My granddaughter is kind of my inspiration. I did daycare for 29 years and decided that I was wanting to just get away from that and do something different. And so I told her that I was going to make Grammy's Town in my basement when I was done doing daycare.
Fun.
And so, and then it just kind of spiraled from there. Then everything was, oh, well, you need this in Grammy's Town, and you need this in Grammy's Town. And so that's kind of where the idea started. And so then I brought the idea to my husband, and he said, put a business plan together and go to the bank. And I don't think he thought that I was serious, but I did. Nights, instead of sitting on my phone with my TikToks and my games, I was researching and just getting everything together that I needed. And here we are.
And here you are.
Yeah.
So your husband said, get the business plan together,
Yep.
head to the bank.
Yep.
When did the SBDC get involved in the work with your business plan development?
So that came a little bit later. I had gotten just everything, all my research, started following a lady named Michelle Caruana who has owned indoor play cafes, is what they call them.
Cool.
They center, or they put more emphasis on their cafe part, offering like Starbucks and Caribou different drinks. I am not there yet, but so I started following her and watching videos and stuff and getting a lot of information from her.
Yeah.
But it didn't. I didn't come to find Calvin until it came to the numbers, like the spreadsheet. It's like I didn't know how to read a spreadsheet. I had done daycare all these years. I would sit down each month and add up my receipts, and do bookkeeping that way.
Yeah.
But when it came to like big numbers and how to set my rates and stuff like that, that's when I reached out to Nicole Fernholz here in town, and then she referred me on. Yep.
Okay,
and that's
terrific.
where I found Calvin.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great to hear. And so that was helpful information to have.
Yes.
Yeah, when heading to the bank. Okay.
Yes.
So what are some of the milestones you've achieved since working with the SBDC? And I would imagine starting your business.
Being where I am today, starting up, yes. And knowing how to read a spreadsheet now and having a better understanding for numbers and that sort. So I would say, yeah, there was days where I didn't think that I would get here. I would cry and I can't do this, and I'd get, discouraged, and just having so many people in my corner, with positive, you can do this and that, and Calvin just being patient with me and just making things easy enough that I could understand.
Yeah.
So that was huge.
That's wonderful.
It was a sigh of relief when he could send me a spreadsheet and I'd be able to understand it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's perfect.
Yeah.
A lot of people come to the SBDC with their passion, whether it be working with children or something else, and that tends to be what the SBDC helps with, is helping to figure out the business, business piece.
And it was in just starting the business and not trying to spend a lot of extra funds. The fact that those resources were free was huge.
Yeah.
It wasn't like working with an attorney where every single minute you're on the pay or that you're paying for. So that was really nice too. It was huge.
Good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. So has anything changed since you started the business?
I just keep adding new things to the business as far as, just different, I'm adding a police station. I don't have that now. And I'm just feeling more comfortable to make some changes and add things, and it's kind of learn as you go. But
and you mentioned that like the reading corner you had it's not as popular
Yeah.
where it is right now.
Yeah.
So you're thinking about moving that reading
Just
corner?
moving it. I don't want to take it out.
Yeah.
But maybe if it's in the up north area where it's a little bit darker, and then just with some fun lamps in there, maybe it's a little bit calmer in there, so maybe it'll be more used there. But,
I love that. So you're just kind of watching things and
Yeah.
seeing how they get used and
Yeah.
moving them based on that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have any memorable stories since you started the business?
I would have to say something that sticks out in my mind is I had a little girl come in, and she walked in the door and she was just like, oh, and that's really a lot of the kids. That is their reaction when they walk in, is just, oh. And she said, I have a place like this where I live, but yours is much better. Yours is so much better. And so then I asked her, it was her grandparent that was with her, where is it that she lives? And she said, Maple Grove. And I said, I bet you anything I know the place she's talking about, because we had, Bree and my son's girlfriend, Sabrina, and Skylar and I had went to the cities to actually visit a few of these places. And we had been to that. It's
cool.
So we had actually been to that facility. So to me, that was just so much. It was so fun to hear that. And then her mom brought her back 3 days later, and she said, so-and-so said this was so cool and so much better than what we have at our, in our town. And she's like, it is. It just really is. And so that just sticks out, that somebody would, not that I need to be better, but that's what they felt, is that, that I was...
Somebody you were looking to as a standard, you were able to meet that and even rise above that in this family's eyes. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that you did that research ahead of time too, of going and visiting other places to kind of see what you wanted to do yourself.
And that was by request from my husband. He just said, before you start this, can you just go physically to see a couple of these places? Because he never he was encouraging to me. He never understood my vision. I don't know if he still does understand it. He says, you can go 2 blocks down and play at McDonald's for free. Right. But then you come 2 blocks up and you have to pay $10 to play. I don't get it, but nonetheless,
people are enjoying it.
People are. Yes.
They're seeing the value.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would share with other business owners about the SBDC or about the experience of starting a small business?
Do your research. And like I said, I feel like I probably didn't find a lot of resources right off the get-go that probably could have helped me a little bit, when I first started. But I would definitely highly, highly recommend reaching out and utilizing them. And like I said, Calvin, he even when he came to see the business, he still is offering help. Yeah, even though I've already started, and as far as marketing, and he came in and he's like, well, you could do this and you could do that. So I feel like even though I'm up and running, that he's still willing to be there as a resource and to help out and stuff like that. So highly, highly recommend it.
Awesome. I do tell our clients that once you're an SBDC client, you're always an SBDC client. All you have to do is reach back out, and we'll help you with whatever that next idea is or project.
Yes. Yep. And he reassured me of that too. He's like, I said, you mean you'll still help me? And if I have a question about a spreadsheet or something, and he's like, absolutely. So he has been amazing.
Oh, wonderful. I'm going to be sure to tell him that. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.